Okay, so we're going to practice a division problem going through the steps, and this will hopefully help you on your homework. The problem that I have here is 6,746 divided by 7. What that means is this number here, 6,746, is my dividend. That means I have that many items. 6,746 items. The divisor means I'm going to put those items into 7 groups. And I can solve this either by using manipulatives at home. I could use candy like Skittles or M&Ms, things like that I could actually put into groups. Or I could draw a picture, or I could also use multiplication. We're going to use multiplication in this video. The first thing that I'm going to do is divide, and I can remember the steps by doing does McDonald's serve burgers? And does stands for divide, so that's supposed to help you remember the word divide. But I divide the dividend by the quotient. I don't need to divide this whole number, but what I start with is the closest number to the left, and that's 6. And I realize I can't put 6 things into 7 groups equally, so I'm going to use 67. So I would think of, alright, what is 67 divided by 7? And I would say that that is, so 67 divided by 7 is 9. Let me write that. Is 9. I write that quotient. We call the answer to a division problem a quotient. I write that over the last number that I used in the dividend. So 67 divided by 7 is 9. And then the next step is McDonald's. I multiply. McDonald's stands for multiply. So I'm going to multiply the divisor, 7, times the quotient, 9. 7 times 9 is 63. And I'm going to write that product, the answer to a multiplication problem as a product. I write that product underneath the dividend that I just used. So I'm going to write 63 underneath 67. Now, my next step is serve. And serve stands for subtract. So I would do 67 minus 63. And so I would treat this like a normal subtraction problem, and I would subtract 7 minus 3 is 4. 6 minus 6 is 0. The next step that I'm going to do is burgers. So I have does McDonald's serve burgers? Burgers stands for bring down, and I bring down the next number in the dividend. And so my new dividend is 44. Now, I'm not dividing from up here anymore, so I'm not going to worry about those 3 numbers because I've used them. But after I bring down, I repeat. So I'm going to go through the steps again, and I'm going to start again at does. Does stands for divide, and I divide the dividend, which is now down here, the dividend by the divisor, 44 divided by 7. And I know that 44 divided by 7 is 6, because I know 7 times 6 is 42. That's as close as I can get. So 44 divided by 7 is 6. I put that over the number I just used. Then I just did does, now I do McDonald's. So in McDonald's, that's multiply. Okay, I'm going to multiply the number that I just put in the quotient, 6, not 96, just the 6. 6 times the divisor, so 6 times 7, and we just said that. 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, and I'm going to write that product underneath the dividend. Whoops. I'm going to write 42 underneath the dividend of 44, what I just divided. And I'm going to subtract now. And I would do 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 4 is 0. And now I did does McDonald's serve. I just subtracted. Serve stands for subtract. Now I'm going to burgers, bring down. And now this 6 comes down, and my new dividend is now 26. What I do from here is I repeat, because I just brought down, and I'm going to go back to divide. Does McDonald's serve burgers? Does stands for divide. 26 divided by 7. Now, I know 7 times 4 is 28, and that's too high. So I would say that 26 divided by 7 is 3. So I put my quotient above the 6. And then I just did does, I divided. McDonald's, multiply. Multiply the number I just put in the quotient, 3 times the divisor, 7. So 3 times 7 is 21. And I'm going to put that product underneath the divisor, because next I have serve. And serve stands for subtract. Okay? And I do 6 minus 1 is 5. And 2 minus 2 is 0. Now, this next step is burgers. And that's bring down. But I do not have anything left to bring down. I brought down the 6 already. I've used it. There's nothing over here to bring down. So at this point, I can't repeat my steps, because I would repeat until there's nothing left to bring down. So at this point, I have a remainder. Anything that is left over is called the remainder. So I would write that this 5 is left over. I can't put it into 7 groups because it wouldn't distribute equally. And so if this remainder is ever bigger than my divisor, I know that that it's not right, because if I had a number that was bigger than my divisor, I know that I could put at least one more object into those 7 groups. So it always has to be less than the divisor. Hopefully this helps you guys on long division.